Hello, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to No Man's Land. In the last episode I was completely indecisive what we were doing. I haven't moved ahead a lot actually. I've been to the store and bought a thing and moved time forward a tad. I've picked the bales up, wrapped them down there. Other than that, I've done absolutely nothing. So I've decided I'm not selling these. I'm putting them into the methane production. Therefore, it's a win-win, right? So let's unfold this and turn it on. Will it just take two? It's quite heavy, isn't it? It does do threes. And then I need to turn it off. Right, so now we need to get down to that methane thing. There's no route from up here, is there? No. Darn and damn it. As I say, I haven't done much of anything. All I've decided so far, I haven't even got the grass, is to grab these bales, hence the bale grab. Stick these in the methane production. Whoa, whoa. The metal. Whoa. Jeebus, the metal straps, metal olivals on here. Wow. Let's come back down in reverse. It seems a little safer actually. There we go, let's come back down backwards. Yeah, the olivals tracks on here are sliding on the cobbles. Oops. So my plan, feed the cows, because there's not much else I could do with them. They don't have a forwards. They don't have a barn, there's no manure, there's no nothing, it's just I can milk them should I choose to do so. Other than that, they're kind of, well, they're just there, aren't they? Let's be honest, they're just there. So, my great plan. These ones need tidying up. The ones up there I'm going to chuck into the methane. Methane. I'll change chop and thing between all the sayings, because I'm not entirely sure how you would like me to say it. I mean, I will say methane, but you know, some of you guys say methane. Methane. Don't know. So if I can get this up here. So my plan, dash these into there, because that way I'm not selling them. We're making methane. As far as I'm concerned, that's all good. So we'll chuck these in there, and then I'm literally feed the animals, keep the greenhouses topped up, and I'm going to scooch through until our first crop is ready to harvest. There we go. So we now have silage. We've still got some taters and things. I turned it off to try and prop it up a bit more. So we go to this one. No, this one. Oats, sorghum, soy, root crops. Oats is July. Sorghum is August. Soybean will be November, I'd imagine. As we did it in May, so that'll be November. And then the root crops, which are further down here, also August. So the first thing that should be ready should be the oats in July. Let's just have a look on here. They don't seem any further forward than anything else, really. I planted this first, but so we may need to get a harvester, is what I'm saying. What comes out of it? Oh, it's a slurry that you plum. So, that being said, I'm going to tidy up those ones, stack them in a neat pile. They're not fermented yet. I might even dump them in there. And then basically, other than feed the animals, I have nothing to do. So my plan is run through until, or in this case, the oats are ready. And then once the oats are ready, bring you guys back in, work out what harvester we're going to grab. Unless, of course, one randomly appears in the sales, and then we'll buy that one. But yeah, that's where we are at. Not only that, that gives us a little while to A, grab ourselves a said harvester, and B, boost our money. Because everything's fertilised, everything is where it needs to be. Basically I need more money, and then we need to harvest what we've got, and then work out what we're doing. So until I know what we've got and what we're doing, we're kind of in limbo land, aren't we? So we got, what's that, 6, 7? Got 7 bales off that field. It's hardly worth the effort, is it? All that mincing around on the edge of there for 7 bales. It's hard work for not a lot of return. So, oh, that was the other thing I was thinking of doing, is that potato thing was to upgrade to the seeds lime manure thing, to see if we could get some more potatoes and stuff producing quicker, because at the minute it's just running on water and dirty old seed potatoes. But anyways, I'm going to collect these bales, chuck them in there, and then literally scooch through until the oats are ready. And yeah, if a harvester comes up in the sales, I'll grab one. If not, we'll pick one at the end. So whoa, unless of course the root crops are ready first, and then we'll work that out. But I'm going to struggle to do this, and I shall see you in a couple of months. See you in a bit. Good morning. So my madness has gone horribly wrong. Everything. Let me jump into here. Everything's ready to harvest except the soybean. Well, that wasn't supposed to have happened. And I need to feed the cows. Haven't had any births. We have cows. So, turnips. So money is up to 533,777. These guys can go into the fermenter thingy. Grass is ready to go again. So we need a harvester. Which, oh, did I download? I'm thinking outside the box there. I thought I downloaded a this one, but not that one. That one, but not that one. No, I didn't. That doesn't have a fifth wheel configuration. Turnips. Right, harvesters. I'm gonna go for this guy. 100 grand. Twin wheels. Don't need that, don't need that. Standard pipe. 122 grand. And then we're going to need a header for that. Now the smallest one is this one. Don't fancy tempted anything bigger than that. And then we're going to buy a tractor. This guy. Oh, well, I could buy a deer, but I'm going to buy this guy. Special versions. Comes as a random colour today. No, I'll go for manual painting, I think. Oh. 290. Oh, yeah, I do it. 290. Wides and weights. Yeah, no, wides and weights. That one. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. There's only me here, why do I need that? Don't want that. That's fine. That'll be fine. Okay, that's all that stuff. So ideally I want that black. Hubs. Yeah, black. I'm thinking the orangey colour. But not too orangey, more like that one, I think. Black? No. 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 I think I might go for white. We'll go with a classic, a white. That's the front, isn't it? Yeah. Black on there. Don't have any decals. Rims. Also black. And then that should be milk and 001 nomansland. Alright. Back only. 82 grand. I'll buy one of those. Trailers. Where's the little... this guy? Yeah, leave it on now, I don't care. We got a yellow to match now. I'm tricking. Bran. Black. Blackish. We've still got 281. So we're going to get this harvested. And all that. And feed the animals. I think we're going to buy ourselves another tractor. The Fiat or this one? If we're going to go for the Fiat, I quite like this. I actually really like the sound of this. Goodbye. Main gunner. 67. No front. Animal. And then I want this guy. Wow, that's spent some money in it. That's in the blinking way. That's all in the way. We've got 103 grand left. So let's jump to... Everything's down at the store now, look. Yeah. So I need to jump to this guy. We need to get those cows fed. That's the first thing we need to do, is feed the cows. Let me turn my TV down. Not sure if you're picking that up or not, but I think it might just be this that's quite loud. Oh, I did spend 5 grand. And then I was going to sell it after my sleep through. But A, it's convenient, and B, I made an awful lot of money off of it, so I didn't. I've plumbed them in. I can still top them up if I want to, but at the minute they're just plumbed in. Which is always helpful, right? I haven't touched the other... stop moving. I am in reverse, thank you. I don't want all 6, do I? Let's just do 3. Stop moving, stop moving. Jesus. Harry H. Corbett. Let's get these into the cows. We're going to need some sort of silage, or we're going to have to just sell it all. I didn't even think of that. What I didn't think of was the fact that everything is ready at the same time. I mean, like, seriously, what's going on with that? Just check on their feed. They probably could have taken. They probably could have taken all of that. But it is what it is. Right, so we need to place down a silo that's hopefully multi-fruit that we can put everything in. Excuse me. Do you know, I don't think I've ever... Get off of there! I don't think I've ever used this. Like, ever. Like, never ever. That's Jim's. That's a single one. Why would I want a single one? So you got a choice of this one for 11 grand, that one for 11 grand, or that one for 11 grand. I think I'm gonna go for this one. There's some... Oh, that would be ideal down here. It seems to be more convenient. Where are we gonna put it? I need to be able to drive. Get off! I need to be able to drive round to it. If I just dump that there, that's going to raise the ground. Oh, it won't raise the ground horrendously. And sell that off. Landscaping, this one. It's a bit close to the cows, isn't it? Oh well. And then do this side. Is what it is. Something's not right there. Why is it dropping it down so low? Something's gone awry there. Why have they dropped it right down? I don't get why it's dropped it so far down. It's not even level, it's just dropped it down. Right, this sort of heavy landscaping, as far as I'm concerned, is free. So I will reimburse myself for all this shenanigans. I don't want that one, I want that one. So we'll have to have a shifty. Well, I will. To see what we had before I started. Right. Buildings, silos. It's gonna mess it all up again, I know it is. This guy. Yep. It's gonna mess it all up all over again. Right. I shall work this out and I'll see you guys in a minute. Right. I think I've got it sorted. It's a little bit but we have ourselves a silo. This is a bit steep on here, but you know, is what it is, as they say. Landscaping, all paid for. I paid for the silo, obviously. We had 103, we've now got 89. So that was 11 grand. You did the maths. I paid for a bit of extra stuff. It's fine. Oh, hello, my dear. So these girls are all good. We'll leave that there for a second. I think what we're going to do first... Not sure whether to have a plan. Not sure how long this episode's going to be. It's probably going to be quite a short one. Because I need to get all that gear up here. It's getting late. So do I grab the root crop stuff or grab the oat stuff? What goes first? Got 2 days for the oats. Oh, we've got a while on the harvest for the root crop stuff. Oats, what was the other one? Oats and sorghum. Sorghum. We need to get the oats up. So let's jump to store. There we go. Straight into that. Jobbed. Into my late 80s, early 90s John Deere combine. I should have to wait bouncing around like a tree, but look at that. Unless I have suspension on there, so it was the give in the tyre, I do believe that is. Right. One combine. But we do have the is it Quaco trailer back at the yard. But I'm thinking this guy probably won't be able to empty into that, so that's why we got this guy. I'm hoping, although this is articulated, I'm hoping that this guy may be able to pull the Quaco. It's going to pull this for the time being. For the I forgot you get out the other side on that. Absolutely love this thing. I got this on my other Let's Play on American Falls. I got the two-wheel drive version. Right, this is for the root crops. It says it only requires 100 horses, but you never know, right? Now, I'm going to use a worker. Not guaranteeing said worker's going to get me to where I need to go, but somewhere close. No. Is it going to find it? You're just going to sit there wasting my money? No, target unreachable apparently. Oh well. Well, I don't need that at the minute anyway. I do need not that, this, not that, this. I might have a shifty and download that prone trailer with a 3-point, not with a 3-point, with a 5th wheel. Sell our trailer, get the crone, and then we could use a truck and trailer as opposed to a truck with a trailer with a drawbar. Make sense? Please tell me that makes sense. It's got to make sense to somebody, right? Let's quickly make sure we got don't want to disable it. I want straw swap on. Jobbed. Get some straw off the oats. Not entirely sure how much that trailer is. I'm just going off road here. How much is our trailer worth? 35 grand. Oh, it's 34. It'd be nice to get a trailer with a 5th wheel, wouldn't it? At least it would look the part on the truck. Right, I'm going to get this to the farm. I'm going to download that other doohickey, other trailer, and I'll bring you back in when we start the oat harvest. If the trailer is affordable, we'll buy it. If the trailer is not affordable, we won't buy it. Simples. See you in a bit. Okay, made it back. I did. Where is it? I purchased the Crone trailer. Now, I already don't like it. A lot of manual control. I mean, you have to manually open the back door, you manually slide the floor backwards, forwards. I'm hoping it's just going to find a trigger, do its thing, and then drop when it finishes. If not, we're selling it back. But we're here, so sorghum's ready. Walking into the header while I fall. The sorghum is ready, and the oats are ready. So, that being said, let's start with the sorghum. We're not going to get any straw from the sorghum because, well, you don't. I'm just curious as to see the struggle we're going to have to face. We might have to go this way. Anywho's, I'm going to shut up. We'll get this sorghum done, and I'll do the oats off screen, I would imagine. And then next episode we'll start the root crops. See you in a bit. Okay, decided to bring you back in now, not when I finished. A, this combine is a bit finicky with that trailer. And B, the header I think is slightly too big for the combine, which means I need a lower horsepower header for the combine, especially for these hills. So I'm going to leave it there, work out what I'm doing with the header and the combine and all the trailer, and I'll see you next time. So as always, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment, each and every one of you. Please take care, and I'll see you all my next adventure. Cheers guys.